welcome to Edible Guys. Today we are going to discuss Nirav Modi case. This topic is important for your prelims examinations because some of the background issues in this topic can be asked in prelims examination. This topic is also important for the GS paper 2 under international relations as well as for GS paper 3 in economy. So let us discuss this topic. As you would be knowing that ये केस 2018 से चल रहा है. So अभी नया क्या हुआ? अभी नया ये हुआ है कि यूके का जो होम डिपार्टमेंट है that has allowed extradition of Nirav Modi to India. Before that यूके का जो वेस्टमिंस्टर मजिस्ट्रेट कोर्ट है that had ruled that a case is made out against him, so he should be sent to India. अब आगे चलने से पहले ये देख लेते हैं कि what are the options available with Nirav Modi. He has an option of approaching the UK High Court within 14 days of this approval. If he does not appeal in a High Court, then he will be sent to India within 28 days of signing this extradition by UK Secretary of State. So ये केस है क्या? This case is related to the fraudulent letter of undertaking that Nirav Modi and his firm has got from the banks. ये letter of undertaking क्या होता है? It is a kind of bank guarantee under which a bank allows its customer to raise money from another Indian bank's foreign branch in form of short-term credits. मतलब suppose PNB बैंक है इंडिया में और यह है नीरव मोदी. और दिस इज अलाहाबाद बैंक ले लेते हैं, इसकी कोई फॉरेन ब्रांच है. तो नीरव मोदी बैंक से जाएंगे कि उन एक लेटर ऑफ अंडरटेकिंग हासिल करेंगे. ही विल गेट अ लेटर ऑफ अंडरटेकिंग और देन ही विल शो दिस लेटर ऑफ अंडरटेकिंग टू अलाहाबाद बैंक सब फॉरेन ब्रांच. देन दिस अलाहाबाद बैंक विल इशू will give him money for that he is demanding. So this is basic. This is the letter of undertaking. So in this case, the key accused are Nirav Modi and his maternal uncle Mehul Choksi. अब हम यूके से बात क्यों कर रहे हैं? Because the Nirav Modi and his relative had escaped India in January 2018, and वो भागने का मौका क्यों मिला? Because the case had become public in February 2018 only. अब पूरे केस की since this case is going on since 2018, so देख लेते हैं कि पूरे केस की टाइमलाइन क्या है. In January, on 31st January 2018, CBI registered first case against him, and EDI has also launched a money laundering probe against him. In February 2018, CBI arrested some bank officials because bank officials were also involved in this fraudulent letter of undertakings. So they were also arrested. On May 14, 2018, CBI has filed the first charge sheet against him. In June 2018, Interpol had issued a red notice on ED's request. Interpol क्या है? Interpol is International Criminal Police Organization. This is an intergovernmental organization based in France. It coordinates with countries. It is an intergovernmental organization that coordinates with countries across the globe. In August 2018, India sent a request to UK for extradition of Nirav Modi. So इसी के बारे में हमें अभी एक्स्ट्राडिशन का अप्रूव मिला है. In March 2019, UK police arrested Nirav Modi, and in June, May 2020, the extradition trial commenced against him. In February 25, on February 25 this year, court allowed Westminster court had allowed extradition of Nirav Modi, and now the secretary has signed the order. So ये केस बेसिकली हुआ कैसे, क्योंकि बैंक, यू वुड बी नोइंग कि बैंक में बहुत से सेफगार्ड्स होते हैं, तो हाउ व्हाट वाज देयर मोडस ऑपरेंडी. सो the bankers used fraudulent undertaking at one of the BNB's bank branch in Mumbai. These letter of undertakings were opened for import of pearls for a period of 1 year, but RBI की guidelines कहती है कि this can be issued only for 90 days from the date of shipment, and this guideline was ignored by overseas banks of Indian banks, overseas branches of Indian banks. They also did not share any document or information with the PNB, which was made available to them by the firms at the time of availing credit to from them. उन्होंने ना तो उन्होंने फर्स्ट उन्होंने पहला तो ये किया कि they ignored RBI guidelines. Second, they did not share any information with PNB in India. Nirav Modi had got such fraudulent undertaking, such more 1,212 such more guarantees over the next 74 months. और इसके अलावा the ED has also recovered bank token devices from the foreign dummy companies used by Nirav Modi and his firm. ये बैंक टोकन डिवाइसेस क्या होता है? These are like smart cards or any device that can be used as a password. The probe agency, that is ED, has also found that Nehal Modi, who is brother of Nirav Modi, also destroyed these such devices, and also they secured a server in UAE, which was used for their communication, their secret communications. These dummy firms for which these foreign dummy firms that had been used by Nirav Modi and his firm was based in British Virgin Islands and other tax havens. Tax havens क्या होता है? Those countries जहाँ पर tax की rates बहुत कम होती है and the country has to pay very little amount of tax. ऐसी countries को बोलते हैं tax haven countries, such as British Virgin Islands and Ireland example है, so and so. नेक्स्ट, अब पीएनबी के एम्प्लॉयज का फॉल्ट क्या है? क्योंकि बात यहाँ पर पीएनबी के एम्प्लॉयज की भी तो आती है. उनका फॉल्ट क्या है? दे मिसयूज द स्विफ्ट नेटवर्क ऑफ बैंक. The transactions, they were doing transaction over the bank, over the Swift network, but they don't show this on bank's core system, and thus kept the PNB management in dark for many years. What is this SWIFT network? This SWIFT stands for Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunications. एक type का network है through which banks can quickly, accurately, and securely send and receive information such as money transfer instructions. So a question can be asked about this SWIFT. What is this in the prelims? This question can be asked. What is this SWIFT? And four options can be given, A, B, C, D, and you have to choose the correct answer. Next है, अब Indian looking at such cases, ये नीरव मोदी केस हो गया, सेकंड विजय माल्या का केस हो गया, और दूसरे मेहुल चोकसी का केस हो गया. So looking at such cases, the government of India wrote a legislation in 2018 to deal with such cases. So इस केस के फीचर्स, इस एक्ट के फीचर्स देख लेते हैं. The act aims to curb the practice of evading criminal prosecution by economic offenders. Remember, this act is only for economic offenders. इस एक्ट में डिफाइन किया गया है कि हु विल बी द इकोनॉमिक ऑफेंडर्स. वो लोग जिनके खिलाफ एक लीगल वारंट इशू किया हुआ है, बट एंड दे आर नॉट adhering to summons of the legal authorities, और जिनके खिलाफ the transactions, the money involved is over 100 crores and they have left the country and refusing to return to India. इसके साथ ही और प्रोविजंस क्या क्या है. The act makes a special provision for a special court. That court will that court will be established under Prevention of Money Laundering Act 2002. The act gives the government right to gives the government a right to confiscate the property of such economic offenders in India as well as in abroad. So a question can be asked in prelims examination that this here UPSC can ask question whether it is only for India or abroad. So it will be India and abroad as well. So the act is also applicable to proxy owned properties. Proxy owned properties क्या होती है? Those properties जो उन्होंने अपने बच्चों के नाम पे या वाइफ के नाम पे या अपने स्पाउस के नाम पे, ऐसी प्रॉपर्टीज उन प्रॉपर्टीज पर भी एप्लीकेबल होगा, और those property can also be confiscated. And so you would be knowing that there is principle of natural justice. So this act also allows the accused to file an appeal in High Court of within 30 days of 30 days. They can file an appeal in High Court. Also, the act keeps the bank and other financial institution at the center. So this was the Nirav Modi case. Thank you, and thank you very much.